Right guys, so here we are. This is a match today. Good turnout. We got John Harvey, local expert. There's Tony from the disabled team. Then we've got Denis Dixon, who's on the end peg there. Then we've also got Dan, who's been working most week. He's been doing quite well on the matches. Yeah, so then we got Peter on the other end, who's also on a fancied peg. It's funny that they're both on the pole on each end of the match. But it's a nice venue, this Snooker Park. I've fished a couple of times, but last time we had a little match, a little knock-up, I won it. But looks like it's going to be hard today because we've got a lot of Thais fishing opposite us who are throwing their feeder across to our swims. Typical Thais. Oh, I missed a bite then. Okay, right, we're about 2.5 hours in, and I've lost two bloody big swai catfish. I've had two of these Aesopes. Dennis has had two Aesopes next to me, and then John's blanking, so is Tony, and then the leading at the moment is young, what's his name? Danny. He's got a 6.5 pound swai, and Peter on the end's got two fish as well, so it's all to play for. As I said, I've been snapped twice on those bloody fish, fishing right up in the water. Here's a little tip for bread punch fishing. It's a little plastic tube, and what we do is punch the bread right through, and then use a disgorger to push the bread pellets through onto the hook. It's a nice little ingenious bread punch, ideal for this size fish anyway. Wow, I can't believe it. 5 minutes ago. Oh, he's lost it. Oh, Justice. Who's thrown it back? Has he thrown it back?
No, he's got £4 there. Mind you, that's with the net. Yeah. Oh, hang on. Chuck it back and I'll weigh the scale. I'll weigh the net.
Okay.
He's dead on 4. Shut up. Put him back. I'll weigh the net.
Yeah. All the nets are different. So, how did you do, Tony?
Don't ask.
I won't put this on the vlog, I promise.
I know.
John, I know you've had enough to win.
And then
on the hook.
Lost the fish at the end there.
Yeah.
That was. Look at him.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh, it's a case fish I'm gonna. Yeah. Well, we've all had enough fish on, you know, to at least come second. I've had enough fish to win it. So.
Oh, you've got more than £2 there.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Well, you have to weigh it. Oh, we'll weigh this one because we know this goes £2, don't we?
Put them in there.
Put him in here.
Oh, they're about the same. They're about the same as mine, them.
Yeah. Yeah, you've done it by 4 ounces. Well done.
Oh, ants.
You got ants?
Yeah, there.
Oh yeah, yeah. They.
Right, what about you, Clive?
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah.
No.
Okay, there's Dan. He won,
800.
and he's moaning he got to buy everybody a beer. Well done, Dan.
800.
And I'm second, so.
Fish well, we had a nice early swai.
Yes.
You did last time.
Yeah, you had the early swai.
Fish that won it, £6.5.
Yeah.
Cage feeder.
And then an Aesop.
About £1.5. Didn't need to weigh that in.
Why not? You should have, because I tell you what, it could have been close. Never mind. You'd won it now.
Oh, no. How much did you finish with?
Only £3, but if I'd had another swai,
Yes.
you know,
Leon Chang, yeah.
I've lost 2 swai, so I mean,
I threw an Aesop back, it would have been second.
yeah.
And then you give him 3.
It's a nice place. It's called Snooker's
You give him 4.
Park, because they play snooker here. But they also fish it. And apparently they stock it once a month. They replenish it, because all the Thais take it away. Okay, well, we're just having a pint now after the match. So I got Dennis next to me, and Dennis told me a very interesting story. I remember many years ago on the River Scillies in Ireland, and the big weight, there was a world record. What was his name? Burrows? What was his name?
I think it was Steve. I think it
Paul Burrows, I think it was. I remember reading it in the Anglian Times, and I thought, you know, what a fantastic weight. But there's always a story behind these weights, and my friend here, Dennis, he was in that match, and he's going to tell us now what really happened. So tell us, Dennis, what happened?
Oh, what happened? Steve
Yeah.
Burrows actually won. He fished brilliantly. Did
Yeah.
really well. Yeah.
Well, yeah, is it 280 pounds on it, Roach?
Yeah. But I was. I drew the end peg. I drew peg 1.
Yeah.
But it was in very fast moving water in rapids. So the only way I could think to fish it was to. I went back to the van and grabbed all of the maize meal that we used to put in the maggots.
Okay.
The only thing I could think of that would send the bait down. So I put loads of casters in amongst the maize meal and flopped that in sort of disc-shaped bits. That's the only way I can think of. Anyway, after didn't have a bite for 10 minutes, and all of a sudden the roach started to come. Obviously migratory fish, and they were running up, and they stopped for a while in front of me. They stopped for, to be exact, 4 hours. And but unfortunately, Terry, who was in the peg below me, started firing.
Yeah, what's his name? Terry who?
Oh, Terry Freeman.
Terry Freeman, yeah, I remember him.
He's dead. He's dead now.
Passed.
But
Okay.
we knew each other very well.
Yeah.
And he started firing the maggots upstream.
Upstream.
I said, Terry, what are you doing? He said, well, I'm trying to catch some fish. I said, all you're doing is feeding Steve swim. That was 3 pegs down because there was a severe bend to the left in the river. This is the River Scilly stuff.
So basically, the fish went past Terry Freeman up to Steve Burrows' peg.
Well, they were hitting against the bank where he was, and he was catching at about 3 or 4 metres.
My God.
A roach had chucked.
Yeah.
Anyway, I didn't have a bite for the last hour,
Yeah.
but I was still weighed in 200 pounds.
200 pounds. Tell me, what made me laugh is when Ivan Marks come up, and what he said, he said,
Oh, Ivan weighed me in. He was on the scales.
yeah,
And because obviously everybody had seen the world record, nobody's interested in looking anywhere else.
Yeah.
Ivan saying, "Hang on, there's 200 pounds." But they all wandered off. Not that it mattered at the end of the day, but that was a biteless last hour and weighed in 200 pounds. Can't believe it.
yeah. Well, that's a brilliant story, isn't it? Catching 200 pounds and nobody's interested. A roach. And that, I remember that. It was headline news in the Anglian Times. Steve Burrows, I think his name was, so it was only a small match, but I know it made the cities quite famous because I stayed in a cottage there a couple of years ago, and they even talk about it even to this day. But of course, I don't think you get the migration to the roach up there anymore like you used to. But that's a nice story. I thought I'd finish the blog off with that. And as I say, in the money covers my place. See you in the next one.